Good morning, children. It's Friday, the 22nd of January. This is our last lesson on writing haikus, and today's lesson is about you writing your own haiku independently. So, first thing is go back to your vocabulary list. I hope you haven't lost it. I hope the dog hasn't eaten it. I hope your mum hasn't used it to wallpaper the dining room with. I hope you've still got this. The first thing you need to do is look at your vocabulary list. Remember, vocabulary just is a posh word for words, and choose which words you're going to use. Now, if you choose a particular word and then later on you decide not to use it, that does not matter in the slightest. Okay, so I think I would like to use magma, because magma is the name of the is basically lava before it's come out of the mountain. So that's what I would choose. And then the shun words, eruption, explosion. I reckon I might use both of those. They're pretty good. Adverbs, well, I've got explosively, deafeningly, loudly. I'd like to use deafeningly because it's got so many syllables, but I think it might be quite difficult. So for my first attempt, I think I'll just use the word loudly. 2 syllables, that's great. Adjectives, scorching. I do like the word scorching. Loud, I don't need that because it's not a particularly great word anyway, to be honest. We've got the adjective loudly, the adverb loudly. I think I might use the word fatal, which just to remind you means it can cause death. Okay, so once you've done that, then just to help you, count the syllables for each word. And if you want to, you can just put a dot above to show you how many syllables. So magma is 2 syllables, eruption 3 syllables, explosion 3 syllables, loudly is 2, scorching is 2, fatal is 2. Okay, that's just to help you. Then what you need to do is to go through this little checklist that I've set up for you. So the first thing you need to do is take the words. Let me just flick back. So take some of the words that some of your favorite words, and then go back again. Try putting them into the first line. See what they seem like. Does it make sense? Do the syllables add up to the right number? Okay. If the syllables are wrong, for example, if in your first line you've got maybe 5 or 6, if you've got 6 syllables, and you should only have 5, then just try a different word. Try changing a different word. Remember, it must kind of make sense, and or importantly, it must have the right number of syllables. Okay, try that. Pause the video. Okay, welcome back. Now, hopefully now what you've got the first line of your haiku. The first line should have 5 syllables. It should make sense, and it should have something to do with volcanoes. Obviously, that's what we're writing about. Okay, so then what you need to do is to proceed with the second line. And when you're writing the second line, try putting the words in, make sure it makes some kind of sense, and then if the syllables are wrong, try using different words. So basically do those 3 steps again, but this time you're doing it for the second line. Okay, pause the video. Okay, welcome back. How did your second line go? Does it sound right? Don't forget, it's still got to be about volcanoes, and also it's got to be about whatever the first line is. You can't just go, have the first line about one thing and the second line about something completely different. They've all got to be about the same thing. Okay, let's move on then. Now you need to do the same thing once again. So you need to do bullet points 1, 2, and 3 for the third line of your poem. So you know the thing to do now. Pause the video and welcome back. So what you should now have, really, I suppose you should have a finished haiku. Now, if it's not, don't worry. The next step is improve, check, or change. Okay, improve. So for this, if you've got a word where you think, yeah, I'm not really sure, is this the best word I could use there? Then put a better one in. Remember, it's got to have the same number of syllables. So if you're if you're not really keen on loud, then you can't take that out and put deafening in, because it won't work. Okay, loud has got one syllable, deafening 3 syllables, it won't work. All right, so you've got to make sure that you when you're improving, keep the syllable count correct. Check. So this means make sure that really just what I've just said, the syllables are still correct. And change, it means if the syllables aren't correct, then make sure that you change them and make sure that they are correct. Okay, I'll give you a little while to do that, so pause the video. Okay, welcome back. Now do a final count. Remember, it's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. So is that okay? I hope you're saying yes. Does it make sense? I hope you're saying yes. Is it all about something to do with volcanoes, volcanic eruptions, that sort of thing? Does it make sense? Well, in that case, what's the last line? You've just written a haiku. Well done. Brilliant. Now, I suppose the only thing you need to do now is send it to me on Dojo. Even if you can't send the actual poem in, at least say, hey, Mr. Smales, I've done it. I've written a haiku. That's brilliant. And do you know what? Haikus, when you think about it, I know we've taken a whole week to write it, but really they don't take too long. Now that you know what to do, maybe you could write one in a much quicker time. So maybe write another one and send that one in as well. And of course, haikus can be written about just about anything, really. So you can write them about singing, about dancing, about football. You can write them about wine gums, about coffee, anything you like. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me for these 5 lessons, boys and girls. Take what day is it today? Oh, it's Friday. So have a break now at the weekend, and I'll see you back next Monday. Okay, so take care then. Bye bye.